I believe boredom can help most guys far more than they realize. And I say this because there is so much information out there. There is so much just controversy. There's so much stuff going on in the world, right? And there's no shortage of it. On social media, on TV, on YouTube, and there's so much stuff. And frankly, at the moment, I'm not tuned into it. I don't know anything about politics. I don't know. It's actually kind of funny because a lot of the time when people ask me, "Have you seen this thing going on? Have you heard about this?" My answer is mostly no, because there's so much stuff to keep track of, and frankly, most of it is not even gonna impact me in the slightest. I don't know what's going around with politics. I don't know what's going around with the wars, the controversy. I don't know, and that given me a lot of peace. And I don't think people understand this, but I think I've found that I had so much stress in the past of tuning into things, tuning into perhaps controversy that, oh, the world's going in this direction, or, this sort of thing is going to happen and things are going to get worse and this cost is going up and such. And I think initially a lot of people will look at that and think, well, I want to be informed of that. I want to be, kept, I don't know, updated about that so that if it does come or when it does happen, I'm not going to be, yeah, well, effectively, I'm going to be more prepared. But what I found is that so much of the time, or most of the time, those things were just stressors. They were things that kept me up at night. They were things that just took so much of my energy and focus, worrying about things that I could not control. And I've seen this firsthand, right? I've realized that through myself, through friends, through people online, there's so much stuff we worry about nowadays that we don't have control over. Like we really don't. And I found for myself, like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? Unless I've got a lot of power in the world, which I clearly don't, I can't make a change to it. So I'm not going to worry about it, right? Because like unless someone comes to my door, unless someone comes to speak to me directly and says, "Yeah, this is the problem you need to specifically address," like there's no more I can do about it. And so this is why I think as well, not just this, but also having more boredom in your life or having more of a boring life is actually quite good. Or at least it's been good for me because I'm not up to date with everything. I don't watch all the latest controversial things. Sometimes, yeah, I'll still watch, stuff on YouTube. That's just normal for me, but I'm not going to keep up to date with it. And I find that, for example, when I'm going for a walk, when I'm out with family, when I'm cooking and stuff, ideally, I just want to be focusing on that. I don't want to be like I don't want any podcast or video or or anything of music in the background. A lot of the times, maybe Christmas is an exception for music, but other than that, like I don't want to keep giving myself all this information, all this stuff going on. Like I just want to focus on keeping my energy and focus. Like I found when I was trying to take in loads of information all the time, when I was trying to think about all these different things, it would take so much mental energy just thinking about that, just stressing about that, worrying about that, that it just wasn't worth it. And in my day to day life, generally, the sort of thing that I'm doing is I'm going to the gym, I'm working, on videos and even sort of developing my own video game, spending time with family, and I'm sleeping. And sometimes I'm seeing friends. Like genuinely, my life to other people, and honestly, when I look at it, to other people, it can be pretty boring. I don't really go out. I don't really, do anything crazy. Sometimes, I'll on the very rare occasion I'll go out. For example, like on a holiday or something. But that's about it. And I found a lot more clarity and peace with what I'm doing than having to stay so updated with the world, with social media, with what other people are doing, with what's going on in other people's lives. So I just want to leave you with that, right? That's just sort of, I guess, my ramble for this video because I think if you're always just in the just if you're always trying to take information in, if you're always trying to take information in from the news, from whatever it is, when did it end? What good is it to you? And I found, for me at least, there wasn't really much good in it. But let me know your thoughts on this video. I'll chat soon.